everyone, and welcome to the topic of Airbnb when you're traveling as a remote. So basically, a lot of people ask me, I travel full-time and I work full-time and in quite a high-pressure tech company. So a big question is, okay, how do I maximize the chance of spending in a new city or a new country while still being able to keep my job, not take too much leave as I'm trying to navigate through the traveling, and make sure that there are no hiccups as I go. And a big question on this is, cool, I need somewhere to stay. So you're probably watching this because you have the chance to travel and to work online as well. And you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I set this up? So I have 7 different steps that help me, and I can share my journey with you and see if it's helpful. So step 1, you've chosen a country, you've chosen a city. Okay, so how on earth do you choose the place that you're going to live?
So today I'm in Sofia in Bulgaria and I arrived on Tuesday. So this is what I did. I searched for Sofia on Nomad list and there are a whole bunch of different things. You can do this for free, by the way. Blah, 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 blah. And you'll find something called neighborhoods. It's just over here. Give it a click and you go, okay. So thank goodness for the tags. But basically this gives me a good idea of what everything is in terms of places to avoid, where politician lives, refugees, upcoming areas. You can also see things that says watch your belongings, don't go at night. And these are all written, by the way, by people on Nomad List. So it's by other nomads. So this can help you out a lot to figure out, okay, what type of watch your belongings. I decided not to go for this type of area for myself. A few expensive restaurants, clubs, and I actually chose over here, which is the rich area. Well, no, my Airbnb is fairly cheap. So that's how I chose where I live.
Okay, so now we've chosen our hood. The next thing is to figure out, right, you're looking on Airbnb, and the question is, I want to work from home. So what does the Wi-Fi situation look like? And this is where you need to start asking the hosts that you reach out to. So the simple thing that I do is I ask for a screenshot or just an explanation of their upload and download speed from speed test. So let me show you what that
now
looks
we're
like.
On speed test. Very simple. This is where you can see how fast the internet is. And you're really going to need something that you're comfortable working on. So this is a live test of where I am now. And for me, this is enough for both me and my partner to work on. In terms of download speed and upload isn't as necessary to me. So all you can do is you can send your host a link like this, for example. Just ask them, hey, can you measure the speed or can you let me know the speed of your internet? So that will make sure that you feel protected in terms of whether you're actually able to do your work from a day-to-day in your apartment, if that's what you would want to do. It's always worth keeping that as an option.
Okay, so the next thing, you've looked at the hood, you're happy with it, you've got some questions for your host in terms of asking for the internet speed. Next up is your setup within the apartment itself. So there are a couple things I'd consider when I'm looking at a listing. I'll use the one I'm staying in as an example. It's not a plug, but it is useful for you to at least get an idea of what I look for. First of all, it's a desk setup. So right now I'm sitting at a desk, it's in the bedroom. There's a chair and there's a dedicated space where I can leave my stuff. It's also fairly comfy, so that's very important. And there's good light, because if you're going to be inside the whole day, it's important to have a safe space where you feel comfortable doing good work. So, desk, number 1 for me. Dishwasher, if you're working all the time, you don't want to spend your weekends trying to do a lot of cleaning. So what I'd suggest is spend those weekends exploring. Have a dishwasher and definitely go for a place with a washer and a dryer. This will help you so much, specifically because you're a nomad, so the chance that you're doing longer stays is really, really high. So I can quickly go through my Airbnb listing to give you an idea of what I have here.
Okay, so let me show you some of the criteria that I chose when choosing this place that I'm sitting in right now. So first of all, I like that it doesn't have typical IKEA furniture. A lot of them do, and if you keep staying permanently as a nomad, it gets very tired. But sometimes you just want to feel at home. This place is cozy, so I like that feeling personally. There's a bit of space, which is great, specifically if you're traveling with your partner. Don't consider a studio. I'd rather go for somewhere a bit out of town on a lower budget than stay in a fancier studio, in my opinion. Got a good kitchen setup. I cook, so I really want that. Over here, that's a dishwasher, which comes in very handy. And the bedroom, you can see actually my desk over here, which is where I'm messaging from now. There's a lot of space, blah, 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 blah. And there's a washer and dryer. So what I look for over here is exactly here, right? Washer, dryer, all good. And I don't need crib, but a dedicated workspace as well. So this makes me feel really comfortable where I'm staying.
Okay, the second last thing. If you're staying for a couple of weeks, you normally see that some hosts offer you a discount for a longer stay, and you'll see that others don't. So when you're looking at Airbnb prices, be cognizant of that fact. Go have a look and make sure that you get the offer. And if you don't, reach out to the host and ask if it's possible to get a discount for a longer stay. They're normally very happy to do that. And you can see that in a reduction of your service fee, for example, or they take away the cleaning fee. They just give a percentage discount on the price. But when you're comparing Airbnbs, you'll see that just in their rules, some have automatically set it up that there's an automatic discount, and some haven't done that. So don't disqualify the ones who haven't. If they're your favorite, just reach out to them and ask. All right, and the last point that really helps me out is going back just to Google Maps and having a look at what matters to you that should be close by in order for you to have a good time. So things that matter to me whenever I'm in a new place, I'd like the gym close by. I'd like to know that some supermarkets are not too far away. And I'd also like to know what co-workings are available. So that's the last point. Go look, okay, find the approximate location of where you're going to stay, and then look at the amenities around you and if that suits the lifestyle you want to lead. Because ideally, when you come into a city, almost in the first day, you want to set everything up, and then that's just done. And then you can start to explore and live it normally. Instead of taking that long period to adapt and trying to figure all these things out, you can preempt that and do that before you even arrive.
Okay, so before I book this apartment, the last step. So my apartment is actually over here. And what I'm looking for is things around me. So spoiler alert, I've already started them. But here, this is a supermarket quite close by. It's actually really nice. And here in the middle of the park, which is also great to be close to, is a gym. So I actually looked at the pricing for a week and everything like that, and made sure that this was something that I could afford. It was in my budget. It was open at the right times. It had the right space that I needed. It has a sauna, which I'm very happy about. Also meant the supermarket, we arrived at midnight. So the next morning before work, I could buy some quick stuff and have breakfast ready to go. So yes, other things to look at, co-workings. I'm a coffee geek. So I have one of the top coffee places over here from Sofia as well. That's quite close by. And this really helps me to have my base set up.
All right, so let's sum this up. It's really exciting being able to be one of these people that has the chance to work online and travel. And with that, it comes a responsibility because you want to be able to do your best work. And at the same time, you want to be able to explore. And you need to be able to do this sustainably. So the way that I find it works best is setting up a base quickly before you get there and making deliberate choices in how you select something as simple as where you're going to stay. It can have a huge impact. And the way you do that as well can really help to determine how much free time you'll actually get to explore your new surroundings and integrate within the culture. So it's so much fun. This planning part can be stressful, but also very rewarding if you do it correctly. So I wish you luck. Good luck on your travels as well. It's a very special lifestyle to have. And I hope these tips and tricks from our lifestyle at least helped out a little bit in how you start to explore your next place. All right, have a great day and thanks for watching.